What's up, YouTube? Mr. Lemessy here, and today we're going to start the Magic Warlock guided playthrough, hardcore. So I think we'll just kind of stick straight down the magic line. The fastest build is technically going into fire and playing the fire line first, and then shifting into the magic line. But I'm just going to play the pure magic lock here, and maybe in the future we'll do the fastest one, and then we'll do a pure fire one later, and then you could always do the summoner, you could do the cleave. There's all sorts of builds, right? But we are going to go for the magic lock. Or llama. So, what's the difference between softcore and hardcore? Of course, the hardcore is the same, but you just can't die. That's it. There's no magic find boost. The mobs aren't more difficult. There's no additional blah, blah, blah updates. Just, it's the same thing, but you're not allowed to die. So, we will play about 95% similar, 90 to 95% similar to how I play in softcore. It's just that 5% that you really need to shift. And this is honestly kind of the big important thing that, you know, I think people need to realize is like, you just, whenever there's those situations where you could die, you could end up, you know, taking a little bit more damage than you want, whatever. In that situation, you just don't, right? Like you save quit, you back up, you gear up for an extra few minutes to just get your res up a little bit more. Sometimes you swap a piece of gear. I could have a piece of gear that gives me 1 to all skills, which is a little more damage, or 50 all res. And you know what? Okay, I'll play for the 50 all res, right? So it's just really small things like that. Now, this character has been nerfed a little bit overall. Since, you know, this is patch 3.2 right now, so he got nerfed a tiny bit. The builds are still very S tier, and you'll see on this one playing through that it's still going to be extremely strong. We're going to be plenty good. So starting out, I'm playing offline, and I just type /players_8 into the chat, and you can see it says game difficulty scale set to 8. That means it's pretending as if there's 8 people in the game, which increases the monster difficulty. So the monsters deal more damage, have more life, etc. But they also will give more experience. So I like to do that in areas when I just want to level and I feel pretty strong. For instance, out here, Bloodmore in normal is not very dangerous. You can go players 8 and just use it to pick up a lot of levels at that time, right? So also we're just adding points to Miasma Bolt and Vitality to start, and then picking up any super chests we can along the way just to get some more things. Monsters also drop more items on players 8, so you can get a little bit more early golden stuff. So anyways, yeah. So our focus right now is going to be Magic Tree. So like I say, we're just going to go Miasma Bolt into Miasma Chain, into Enhanced Entropy, into Abyss. That's just kind of going to be, you know, as we're leveling up and playing there. Nothing in the Eldritch tree that's really interesting, with the exception of Blade Warp, potentially. Blade Warp can be nice for just like little tellies around. However, it's hardcore. Kind of maybe deadly. We may just go with the teleport staff and call it good, but that's something that you can consider. And we also might consider Hex Siphon. Hex Siphon gives mana and life after each kill, and you can just cast this, put it on, and then have that and get the mana and life per kill. So even though we aren't hexing monsters because we're not physically hitting them, we still do at least get the mana life per kill. As for demons, Bind Demon could potentially be something we look at, and later on we will look at consuming a Defiler for increased magic damage. So that is something that is a consideration. I don't know if I'll go all the way into Bind Demon though. Right now, the way that they kind of nerfed it down, which was necessary, they've made it so going for Bind Demon isn't like that exciting overall. If you're just investing like 1 point in it, you have to actually really like invest into it. So we'll pick up some mana and stamina potions. We also have one to Miasma Bolt, but you can see there are daggers that are sold here. And so you can very easily get, you know, 2 to Miasma Bolt right there. That does cost 17,000. I don't have 17,000, but that is, you know, something you can consider. I'm actually going to pick up a random blue, and we'll use that for later on crafting. And I will also really fast go ahead and clear out my stash just to have it all cleared out, so then we can use our stash for the guided playthrough. So let's do this really quickly. Because I didn't have it on the last run, and it's a little bit more annoying when you don't get to use it. It's nice being able to use the stash. Can drop the junk, and then we can hold on to the others. And gems. We'll just keep all of these. Oops. And get rid of the rest. And then we have a stash we can use now. Oh, that's actually annoying. I dropped that on the ground right next to all my potions. Let's try and just get everything that we had. Perfect. All right, let's go do the Den of Evil. Now, we can actually come in on a little bit higher player count for the Den of Evil because the magic damage actually is pretty solid from Miasma Bolt early on. It's a pretty decently strong skill. So we can go ahead and pick that up and go ahead and level up a little bit more. This isn't every class. A lot of classes you want to go in and just be on like players 1 here. We also can, of course, pick up any daggers because daggers, remember, do have plus skills. Which is really nice. Now, one thing you will note with this build is it is a little mana intensive. So you're going to need to have a lot of mana potions and or have just some good, like, we'll go there, mana per kill or something like that, right? Thanks, Mike. Also, thank you, Barum, for that Prime sub from before. Sorry, I just had to get through the whole intro and say all the pieces. Yes, we are doing a guided playthrough here. Am I remaking all my old ones? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's less so like a remake. This is just a hardcore because a lot of people have seen my softcore guided playthroughs, and a lot of them say, cool, that's great and all, but how do I do this on hardcore? You know, like, and, you know, my answer is usually, it's the same thing.
Moo.
Don't forget Prime subs. They're better than footlong subs.
Ooh, a footlong sub does sound really good right now, though. My answer is usually, they're the same thing. Like I say, you're playing pretty much the same way, but just 5% different. And the 5% different is not going into those scenarios where you could die. Because, again, it's, you know, that is in softcore. When you're faced with those situations, you go, yeah, death isn't that bad. I don't mind if I die here. That's fine. In hardcore, you go, well, I can't die here. And that little difference is it. And that's just a very tiny portion of it. Otherwise, same. So I'm trying to, like, slightly diet, you know, a little bit. Just a little bit. And man, every time I go and start like a little diet, again, I'm not even trying to go hardcore on it, but just like being a little more conscientious of my calories and stuff. Every time I go for a little bit, I open up the, like, you know, calorie things, just the nutrition facts on stuff. Why is everything so high calorie? It's insane. Probably a rigged Dior. I didn't die on the hardcore race from 94 on. I never died. When I actually started to like focus in on not dying, because before that it didn't matter as much. Okay, so again, I'm actually going to even sell some of these health potions because we really are just going to need some mana. 8 to life is great. We'll keep that the whole way. And we'll continue with Miasma Bolt. We'll continue with Vitality. And let's just go forward. But like, yeah, yeesh, man. You sit down and you're like, okay, how much is just, you know, I just want to go grab like a foot-long sub or something for lunch. And then you look and it's like 1,100 calories. You're like, wait, what? 1,100 calories? For a sandwich? Like, I'll just have a... I don't even know. I'm trying to remember everywhere I was looking. I was just looking at, like, all the little places that I like to eat. And even, like, the tiniest bits. If I got, like, half an order of what I'd normally get, it was, like, 800 calories. Absolutely ridiculous. So I don't know. You are not built to lose weight in this country. I don't know if it's the same in other countries or what, but geez, man, we are built for failure. Sigil Lethargy is also a really nice sigil. We may get a point there later on, just for a little extra safety against like Bale, a little Duriel, etc. Eat out less, it makes a difference. But surely there are places where you eat out where they also don't jam 10,000 calories into everything. Right? Now, Rakinishu, always a nice farm, especially from afar. He can be a little dangerous. This character, it's not too bad. But there's a lot of experience at Rakinishu. So one of my favorite things to do, and again, in hardcore, something that you may like to do is over-level a tiny bit. You can run around and just find, like, see if you have a waypoint nearby. Or maybe it's not super nearby, but that's fine too. But you can go get a waypoint. And then you can just run Rakinishu. And then you can kill him and run him again. And then you can kill him and run him again. And honestly, you can take it up to about like level 14 if you want. Looks like there's not a waypoint there. I could go find it if I want. I feel pretty safe to just move forward. But it's something that you can totally make that decision. And then it just will really boost your damage. And you'll feel super strong. And you'll be able to just kind of dominate stuff. So, truthful with, you know, any and all characters in this game pretty much. Over leveling really can help and can turn the tide of battle a little bit. Always be careful with archers. They can be a little rough. There's more archers over there as well. So we'll go ahead and back up a step, clean up a little bit of what we're dealing with. Get more vitality for a little survivability. And then we'll go in on this next archer group. And why am I focusing on these archer packs or just these boss packs in general? Well, the big reason is boss packs give 500% experience. So compared to a regular archer, this group is giving 500% experience on top of the fact that it also is 3 levels higher. That just ends up being a ton. 2 open socket armor is really nice. You want to find a 2 open socket armor for Tal Eth later on when we go to the Countess. So that'll be really good. And you can see I did not get enough mana potions. We are already out. Let's go ahead and go back and get some more. It's actually a good enough shield. I'll use it. 5 light res, sure, why not? 1 to Miasma Bolt, and 1 to Sigil Lethargy. Sure. Get the free Lethargy in there. We'll increase that. We can take again a look right here. 3 to Levitation Mastery. Put more Vitality. And you actually can put some points into Energy as well, if you desire. So that's something that you can keep an eye on. Just remove sugar, carbs, you know, burn even more. There's so much to do. How do you remove sugar and carbs in today's world? Everything is sugar and carbs. I don't even eat fast food or anything. Yeah, we're gonna play the magic miasma style here. We do have a Might Aura Spike Fiend group right here, so you know, always be a little bit careful when you have range bosses like this. But still really good experience. However, if you're not feeling safe fighting something, move on. Always my advice. How did that not hit a single thing? Always my advice. Leave, move on, do something else. Don't worry about fighting it. More vitality, level 10. And let's go find the tower and the waypoint in the Black Marsh. Can we restart? You missed the first 6 levels. So can I just eat Korean barbecue every night? Is that a suitable way to lose weight? Just don't eat the carbs from it. I guess the question is, how much sugar do they put on their meats and their sauces? Or their, like, seasonings? Without any sauce? I mean, like, it's just like they, you know, put some on there, right? What are you supposed to do?
Oh, fresh blood smells far sweeter than this.
Eat the non-marinated ones? Just eat boiled chicken. The thing is, I'd rather be fat than eat boiled chicken every day. Okay, other question. How many calories are in sesame oil. An ounce of sesame oil.
Moo. Mr. Lama. As a streamer, are you not tired of getting the same question? Over and over. And over.
You know,
And
it
over.
happens. Okay.
Again?
Just life.
I can't.
Okay, so if I go and I get the sliced pork belly, the sliced brisket, those ones I don't feel like are marinated really. Then we're Gucci. All right, we hit level 12. We get miasma chains. And chains are nice. We can still use a little bit of both. Bolt will be nice for in front, but chains are really good. Do they use a brown sugar rub? I don't think so. Not on that. And then before we kill the Countess, we drop to players 1. Main reason being, this is such a weird Countess spawn. Literally right in the door. For the Countess, if you kill her on players 1, you drop more runes than if you kill her on players 8. It's the only character in the game that's like that. It's just how it is. So just know that. Okay. We'll go ahead and go to strength because we do want to get 25 strength to wear a belt. That's not something you have to do immediately. Also back to players 8. But you just want to get there before you generally get to like Act 2. And sometimes in Act 1 you can just find a belt. I'm using this shield because it's a rare shield that honestly has enough stats going for it that I'm happy to use it. But Miasma Chains is extremely strong. I'm also going to set TP here, and then we'll just go grab this waypoint and come back. And kind of the main thing, right, is you're building these chains, but then the clouds between you and the chains deal damage. So you're just trying to like line up and get the mobs in between the chains, and you can do so much damage. You'll just continue placing points there. Wrapping them in the chains is also fine, but really the big thing is if you can just line up a bunch and then get them inside. And that'll do a lot of damage to these guys. It'll do a lot of damage to like bosses. You can just murder like Diablo and stuff, you'll see. Will just go down a lot.
These sisters succumbed so readily to
And we'll go more vitality and just kind of keep pumping vitality at this point. No reason to really change that. So again, I'm looking for Tal Rune and Eth Rune from the Countess. And you do, the only thing you have to be careful about is breaking your chains. So you saw right there, I accidentally moved around a pillar that broke all my chains. So you really want to watch for the placement there of those things. Every competitive runner, marathon runner, is pounding carb gels. Yeah, carbs are energy. But that is for like marathon runners. And one of the big reasons that they're pounding it is because it's fast carbs. Your body can quickly break it down and just use the sugar from it for fuel. So you can have it during a race. There was always, whenever I'd have, you know, a track meet or whatever stuff, we'd always carb load the night before. You just get a lot of, you know, quick energy from that. If you're trying to lose weight, though, and you're not going to go burn 1,000 calories that next day, whatever. I probably wouldn't recommend carb loading. I'm so jealous of my old self, man. When I was a college decathlete, so, you know, like, it does make sense. There was a lot of... I worked out 4 or 5 hours every single day. I used to eat 4,400 calories a day was my maintenance. Or, like, slightly trying to, like, build a little muscle, but for the most part, my maintenance was around, like, 4,000, 4,200. More miasma bolt, more vitality. Thank you, Belarus. Oh, oops, I forgot to go to players 1, and you can see we only dropped 1 rune. The downsides of talking. Not a big deal, we just have to do, like, you know, a little bit more of the runs here. There's something to note. 3 dexterity, 4 to mana. None of those are quite good enough. We'll just go here and keep going. So that was intentional to show you what happens if you only do it. If you do players 8 instead of players 1. Totally intentional. Also, don't forget, we will have a gift card giveaway at the end of the stream today. It'll be a $25 Steam gift card. Buy what you want and enjoy. To enter, just use tickets from !VOD. Which is the Mr. Llama VOD channel. You can watch it all day, every day, whenever you want. It is 24/7 on. Watching it and supporting it earns money that I can then use for the giveaways. So the more people that watch the channel, the bigger the giveaways we can do over there. Pretty plain and simple. So you can just keep it up on the side. You can set the volume to 1%. You can mute the tab. Just don't mute the player. If you mute the player, it doesn't count you as watching. And you can just let it run. And then the ad revenue from that channel generates, and then we can use that for fun giveaways for everybody. It's fun, Logan. So shout out to everybody who hangs out in that channel. I hope y'all win some fun things. Okay, players 1 before we kill Countess. So you stopped using the ad revenue to support the family. Well, it, you know, it partially helps family and partially goes to chat. Okay, Ral Eld. Not quite. But just need that Ethrune kind of hitting everything around it. Ral is still nice, though. Ral does give us fire resist right there if we want. Tyr gives us mana per kill, so we could put those into our helm. Go back players 8. And have some mana per kill and fire res if we need later on. Who knows? Nuts are very good and healthy, but they're also very high calorie, yes. Still good to mix in a few. I used to eat like 8 to 10 almonds a day or whatever, you know. It was just like a very simple amount. It's like 100 calories, but you're getting some good fats in there. Yeah, dagger barb isn't really a thing. 10 almonds. Yeah, I mean, I had a bag of almonds and more miasma chain. And more vitality. Hot buffalo Doritos before bed. Jesus. Doesn't even sound good. So we'll just, again, kill the boss groups. You will find about 1 boss group per level. Sometimes 0 and sometimes 2, if you get the right map for it. Sure, we'll grab the small charm. Go down to players 1 before we kill the Countess. And there's our Ethrune. Perfect. Now, leveling up down here, you generally aren't going to find much experience past level 17. So we're 16 and a half. So I'm pretty happy that we're out at this point, because otherwise, I'll take half restoration. Otherwise, it might be a little bit rough. 1 to strength, I don't super care. And yeah, we'll grab some of these. We'll go to players 8 and we can keep moving forward. And then, like I said, you want a 2 open socket armor for your stealth. And this is definitely a character where if you get Taleth on the first run or second run, you can move forward. He's strong enough, but you don't have to. You can also just spend a little time and level up in the tower a little bit more before you move forward. So, as always, especially again with hardcore, kind of play to your comfort level. If you ever feel super uncomfortable, go level up, go grind a little gear, do something to put yourself in a little bit better spot. Go level 2. Plus, farming Countess is fun. It's fun to pick up extra runes. It can be nice grabbing just more additional rune words. You know, like, not that I use them exactly now, but having a bunch of brow runes and stuff can be helpful later on for some other runers you might want. You can always keep them to orcs, whatever.
Moo.
Month 123. Crazy. We've been at this a while. Still the best llama in my book.
I'll take it. 1, 2, 3. That's wild, Skittles. Thank you so much. And thank you, Hip Tony, for before and Sinister Engineer. Let's go look for the exit. Nope. Got a weird wraparound map. Thanks, Ivysaur. First sub? No. Definitely one of, but I'm trying to remember the longest sub we have right now. I got partnered basically on my birthday. So September 26th. Yeah, and I love it, Vile. Oh, it's right there, right behind. Okay, miasma chains, more vitality, and we'll go back and do Tal plus Eth in a gray to open socket. Make sure it's gray. If you don't have one, you can come over here and you can just shop for one. Make sure it's not blue. And you can also shop helms, you can shop, you know, belts, whatever. But now we get a little extra speed. So 2016, September 26th, 2016. How many months ago was that? That is almost 10 years. 9 years, that's 124 months? No, wait. No, that's not right. How many months ago was that? No, that can't be 119 months because Dr. Skittles is a 1, 2, 3 sub. Alright, let's just do... Wait. So it wasn't then. Because you guys are right. So is it 2015? Or 2020? Yeah. 2015 must have been. So that'd be 132 minus 2. So like 130 months. I really thought it was 2016, but maybe it was 2015 because it has to be. Did I get a chance to review the patch notes? Review the patch notes? What patch notes? New ladder announced with patch notes. Wait, what? We got the new ladder announced? Why did nobody tell me? Link me. Plus 1 month since your sub is 1 month. Okay. You're supposed to tell us?
I can't.
Yeah.
Moo.
Come on, continue. Okay. Extra strong zombies, man. Hit kind of hard. Well, let's go find Andariel. Could still be on the down and over there. Let's go check it. What happened to part hell of Foden on YouTube? What do you mean? If it's in the live section, don't worry, I'm uploading the like highlighted cut versions of everything. I think the problem is I tried to play copyright-free music during it, and you just can't find copyright-free music anymore. All copyright-free music is still trolled by copyright trolls. So it still gets claimed. Okay, we'll go down to players 1 before we go down to level 4. You could kill Andariel on a higher player count if you wanted, but I'm pretty happy to just kill her on P1 here. We'll just set some chains and let them tick. Easy. And just like that, Act 1. Nice and easily done.
Hello.
Let's go to players 8. And we'll keep on moving, Yon. Three dexterities, whatever. Put away some of the gems. We'll grab a belt. We'll look at, you know, helms and gloves and boots. Nothing stands out to me enough there that I super want it. I'd love like 10 FRW. I would love some nice res or something, but what we got is kind of mediocre. And we're just back up to players 8 and killing baddies. Oh, that's nice. Congrats on the twins. And again, a lot of, you know, like what we're killing here and stuff is I'm killing, of course, the boss groups, but even just kind of random big globs of mobs I don't mind killing. We'll go Vitality. If you were wanting to get into Blade Warp at this point, you could. You would just have to, you know, go to a Radamant point and then have one other point and then have that point there for that. Again, I don't super recommend it. I feel like it's... the tele staff does what we want rather than wasting 3 points over to it. If you're speedrunning, you need to get it, but if you're not speedrunning, I think it's something you can wait till later. Go ahead and set a TP there.
Impossible.
Wow. And we'll just try and find a waypoint so we can go back. Oopsies. So we just running. Drives you insane when the birds fly up. I know. Like, I'm just trying to kill things. There we go. Beautiful. You can always talk to Atma to heal and refresh your mana and stuff, and we'll go down to the Halls of the Dead. Now, Halls of the Dead is actually pretty weak for experience, so, you know, I'll kind of just set some random stuff, but I'm not going to spend too much time making sure I kill things here. However, if there are boss groups, I do like boss groups. Still some experience from those. But your everyday mobs are a little bit weaker and generally not worth the time. Level 3.
I can't.
So our boss groups.
I can't.
Get our rejuve. Get our cube. Let's keep moving. Yeah, I'm just uploading to YouTube right now with those notes. 1 max damage.
Impossible. Impossible.
We do have Beetle Burst right here. So, if you want, it's going to be similar to Rakanish or whatever. If you want, Beetle Burst is not a bad spot to pick up a level or two. We also have another boss group here. Got more miasma chains. Go ahead and kill that. But if we want, we can just save quit. We have that waypoint for the Far Oasis right next to it. Come back in. Go to Beetle Burst. Kill Beetle Burst again. And we could just like rinse and repeat this, right? So again, if you want to farm a little bit of extra experience, these are the simple ways to do so. More miasma chains, more vitality. Grab a small charm. Go ahead and head to the Lost City because we do have the waypoint. Dude, my youngest daughter is insane. She just counted to 13. She's 20 months old. Without missing a single number. She sang her entire ABCs to me this morning as well. Blows me away. She'll be theory crafting builds in no time. Do I have her on that Miss Rachel program or what? No, we don't watch TV really. They watch a little bit of Daniel Tiger here and there. Wow, binary. I like it, Walker.
Shadows ascend.
true conduit. She just like every day just says new things. It's just so wild. Kids, man. Like literally this morning, we were all hanging out in our bedroom. She goes, "I'd be right back. I'd be right back." And she went to the door and opened the door and started closing the door. And so I started walking over. I was like, "Oh, I'll come with you." And she goes, "Privacy. I'd be right back. Privacy." I'm sorry. Of course, go ahead. How dare I? My youngest is... I guess she's... Okay, let me think. She's 21 months. Yeah, but my oldest didn't say a single word until she was over 2. She would sign a few words here and there, but
I can't.
didn't speak anything except like Mama Dada. Like I said before, now she doesn't shut up, but... Miss the days. Oh, nice, Greg. Okay, level 2. You definitely want to be a little bit careful. Good to build up some chains so that when Fangskin walks into it, you just kind of have a lot of damage. But he can be a little deadly, so do be careful. If he gets you trapped, or you're taking a lot of damage, just save quit. You can always come back.
How disappointing.
5 to energy is really nice, because I do want some more energy. Bunch of garbage charms. And let's get some more potions. We can also quit and come back in.
Good day.
And we can go do one more beetle burst before we head to the maggot lair. Just for the extra experience, why not? I do enjoy it. Okay. And let's see if we can find the maggot lair. Anti-maggot layer down in this corner. Nope. Okay. Up over here. We're just gonna run magic all the way through. I think magic is just the easiest warlock build. Because of immunities, you don't have to worry. You just go. What are you emailing the devs about? I'm not emailing them. I'm asking them. We'll go down to players 1 for Maggot Lair. What the thoughts on the changes are. Because it's such a weird grabbing of items. You know? Like Bloodletter, Battle Branch, Graven Spine, Pluck Eye and Rogue's Bow, Bane Ash, Mantled Heel, and one set of Angelics, which, you know, nobody's using Angelics. Like, what a random grouping of items. So I'm kind of curious, like, why they chose to change 12 uniques and 1 full set bonus. Well, they're not all low-level uniques. Like, Battle Branch is, you know, like mid-range unique. It's low to mid. Bloodletter, that's an exceptional Gladius. So you have some low-level uniques, some mid-level, no high-level, and 1 low-level set. They're still useless almost, but maybe slightly above useless. Yeah, exactly, Grouchy. Doesn't seem like we're getting any live drop at BlizzCon. Because it's going to be 22 days after there. It's a very interesting choice.
Blessings to you.
Ooh, 10 FCR. We like that because the faster you can cast your chains, the better. You really just want to be casting lots of chains very quickly. And get rid of a couple of the health potions again. Fill up on those. Make our staff.
Good day. I can't.
Oh, okay, just. Okay, well. We asked. Yeah, patch note video is on my YouTube. Honestly, I don't think they'll respond. Besides just saying something like, those were the items that we wanted to try improving a little or something like that, you know. Would I tell you if they did? I tell you guys everything. Let's go players 8. At least for the flat path here. I can't even remember the last time I didn't tell you guys something I knew. More miasma chains. More vitalities. First way. What's a Nada? Ooh, unique ring. 17% Nagel? Sure. It's actually nice to get a Nagel ring really early on. One, you do get a little bit of damage reduction, which is nice. But getting early Magic Find can be really helpful in finding like a pair of Hisaris boots or something. All right, so it goes circle, under moon, square, sun, double down arrow, triangle, circle over moon. So you open your quest log and look, we have circle over moon. Let's go this way. Also, somebody asked me where the video of the gambling thing went. I took it down because immediately after I put it up, the patch 3.3 notes dropped. And I wanted to put that video up. And it's generally not good for YouTube videos to post, like, videos on top of each other. So I'll just release that other video later. I really also do enjoy Players 8 in the Taurash's Tombs. It's a little sad that we have such a fast Taurash's Tombs because you can get a decent amount of experience here and definitely get up another couple levels. So if you wanted, you could even run around Taurash's Tombs further and just kind of kill things and level up a little bit more. Again, it's hardcore. You kind of do what you want in hardcore in terms of leveling and grinding and all this stuff. You could go do the other tombs if you want for even more experience. So, but it's really not a bad area at all. A lot of decent mob density and stuff. The only character I haven't done is Sorceress so far. Now again, we can always do multiple builds of different kinds of things, so there's plenty there. But we've done a Summon Necro, a Martial Arts Assassin, a Fist of Heaven's Paladin, an Elemental Druid. Go down to players 1 for Duriel. And if you want to be extra safe, we'll be fine without it. 2 to Sigil Lethargy. But if you want to be extra safe, you can get thawing potions and have those for this fight. 10 more FCR. We'll go ahead and take that. Again, we like FCR a lot. And that'll give me 50 cold res for 30 seconds per potion I just chugged, so I went from 0 cold res now to 50 cold res for the next, like, 4 minutes or something. Go players 1. Go in to fight Duriel. I have appointed Citadel Lethargy from the dagger I'm using, so I can use that on Duriel. It's really just helpful. But again, you don't super need it. We have enough damage that we can murder him before, you know. But it's hardcore, and, you know, like, play safe on hardcore, right? It'd be a little extra. Spend a little bit of time. Get the thawing potions. It doesn't matter. It's not a speed run, so it's good to at least show you these things so you can see them. Give yourselves a clap. We also did Javazon. We'll also grab a mercenary. Why not? We'll get a Blessed Aim mercenary. The Blessed Aim is for him, not for us. And we can just buy him a random weapon. Bardiches are nice and easy to grab there. Talk to Jurhin. Open a portal in the harem after we talk to him, and we can immediately go to Mashif. It's a little shortcut across town. Okay, trash that. We'll go players 8. Javazon, Throw Barb, Fist Paladin, Summon Necro, Elemental Druid, Martial Arts Assassin, and now Magic Warlock. So we just have Sorceress left, and we'll have done one of every class, at least. Now again, another pretty solid... actually, you know what? Okay, let's go get a waypoint. Pretty solid area for leveling. Grab the Gade figurine. We can turn that in later. And if you ever want to give your mercenary a potion, you just do Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever your health or rejuve potions are. And that will potion him up. Great Marsh, no. Kind of felt like it was going to go to the Great Marsh, didn't it? Now, before I hit level 24, I want to go shopping. If I hit level 24, it's not end of the world. But it is something that can be nice. Just to get right before. So we'll see. And this is going to be shopping for our teleport staff. So we can teleport around. Of course, Maddie. Spider Cavern. I may end up grabbing too many levels here. It's too much good experience. Yeah.
We aren't play shopping music, guys.
That's right. Thanks, Binary. Cool. Grab Kilim's Eye. Give a potion to the mercenary. And head out here. I'm actually going to drop to players 1. I don't want to level up yet. Like I said, I want to wait on the leveling. So I don't mind getting as close to 24 as possible.
Let's count from 1 to 10. 1, 2, and all the way up.
To 10. Yep. And then you just keep on going from there. So insane. Yeah, so I definitely would have leveled up by now. If I was on players 8, so glad we dropped to P1. And there's our waypoint, perfect. So what we're going to do now
Good day.
Is just do a little shopping. And we're just looking for red staves because I'm not level 24. So it will be required level 24, so I don't have to check all of the staffs there. So that is the help. If you are level 24, you're just going to have to check all of them. It just takes a little bit more time. What are we looking for? +2 teleport charges. When is the PoE 2 1.0 release? Not +1 to teleport, sorcerer skills only. Plus to teleport charges. And it may take a second. It may take many seconds. You'll just kind of have to see. And if you ever need cash, one thing that you can do is you can buy really cheap whatevers. I'm actually going to go get some daggers because I want to try and roll some sweet daggers. Dagger 3 to death mark. We can also just look for a cool dagger. 2 to miasma bolt. Not quite. Okay, so we'll grab these for now. We'll go to our stash. We've also got that one. And we'll go to our gems tab. And what you can actually do is just roll like this. 1 to engorge. Okay, that'll be worth a little bit of cash. 2 to summon Defiler. That'll be worth a little bit of cash. 1 to Blade Warp. So there's actually Blade Warp right there if we wanted to teleport around. And 1 to Psychic Ward. And we could do 1 more dagger. Go in and out of town, reset the daggers. 3 to cleave, 1 to miasma chain. I really want miasma chains. We could also just look to try and shop some 3 to miasma chains or something. 3 to miasma chain, 3 to miasma bolt for 148,000 gold. Oh. Wow, that's so nice. I don't think I can get up to 148k. No.
The order welcomes you.
Okay, and there we go. There's another one we can roll. So we could actually go back and forth on that many times, and especially once you get a little more gold, we can have a really good chance for it. I'm going to use every chip gem except the topaz, because topaz does give you 1 to life tap charges. Topaz does give you the ability to transform 3 thols into an Amrune. Crucial Spike. But now all of those are, you know, worth money. And here I can sell them for 15,000 in Act 3, so that's an extra 60k I've got right there. So, yeah, sometimes it takes first try, sometimes it takes 10 minutes. But I would say it's pretty worth having. And the reason it's even worth more than Blade Warp is it can jump over walls and it's instantaneous. Whereas Blade Warp is line of sight and has a delay waiting for it to drop. But also knowing that I can go shop for, you know, a +3 to miasma chains, which would be really nice, does make me feel like, hey, maybe I want to go and try and get even more gold. Save some gold up whenever I come across daggers, wands, orbs, armors, etc. I can just grab them, take them back, sell them, and just try and build up, you know, 100k or something. I don't need 3D miasma bolt, 3D miasma chains, one to, you know, like whatever, but even like a 2 or 3 to miasma chains would be really nice to get just flat by itself, and I could probably afford that more. There's teleport charges, but it is 290,000. Definitely can't afford that. Glacial Spike. Maybe those changes are announcing a new angelic class, since each item is a reference to a class except angelic. Huh. Are they all references? What is Manold's heal? A reference to? I don't know. It seems like a big stretch. I don't think we're getting a new character. That'd be wild. So the other day, I was hanging out with my parents, and they were like, "Hey, by the way, we have bed bugs at our house." And I'm just like, are you supposed to come over to people's houses when you have bed bugs? I don't feel like you are, right? Should probably like isolate yourself or something. But now it's too late. They were like sitting on my couch when they said it. So there we go, 46,000. But you can see, oh no, we don't have enough. Well, that's fine. Go grab one of the daggers. Oh, that one's only worth 8k. There's 15 for that. And let's go ahead and pick it up. Voila. So now we can go back to Players 8 and we can continue on. So I'm like, I don't know. They're like getting it treated, but I'm like, if you have them, I don't think they're immediately dead, and then you come over and then they're just here, right? Like, is there an easy way to check for them? By the time you find him, it's too late anyways. Should we just, like, treat our house immediately? I don't know. How big is a bed bug? Is it like a millimeter? 3 millimeters? A centimeter? I feel like there's no chance they didn't bring them over. You know? Like, I don't think I've ever actually seen one. They're about the size of a grain of salt. Okay. Alright, Flare Jungle is really nice. They'll be in clusters, so they move together. Grab a point and enhanced entropy. And then we'll continue after that to just be jamming points in miasma chains.
Anyone start that new lettuce detox?
No, it sounds rough. Alright. Yeah, this is a fantastic place to level up, by the way. You can easily do a couple runs around the Flare Jungle. One thing to note, I have 0 fire res, and these guys do have good fire damage. So we do need to be a little cautious about getting caught next to any of the shamans here. Thanks, Toms. So, why are bed bugs on my sheets or are they on the mattress? And if they're on the mattress, why did they go under the sheet onto the mattress and not? So they like come out, bite you, and then go back. They burrow and nest in there. Ah, great. Yeah, I really feel like my parents just didn't, like, think that they were that big of an issue. They're like, oh, yeah, it's just like a few bed bugs. No biggie. Yeah. Okay, it's just an old people thing. They just all kind of do that. 4 fire res is pretty weak. 15 cold res is nice. That ring is not great, but it does have a little MF still and some fire res and poison res, so I'll go ahead and use it. I'll dump the 4 fire res. That's just not quite enough for me. And we'll go ahead and save these because those were worth 15 grand a pop as well. So easy cash. And we'll go back and do the Flare Dungeon. Do be careful of dolls when you're down here, of course. They can be pretty nasty. You kill them with heat. Putting your clothes in the dryer at high temps will do it. But if they're on your mattress, how do you kill them with heat? I guess if they're on your mattress or... Oh, there's some dolls, so I'm just going to try and, like, stay back. You gotta get chemicals or something for that. Stay away from the dolls when they explode. We also have our telestaff online now, so we can use that. We're past that, Binary. All your silly ramblings. Well, my parents weren't on my mattress, but again, they did sit on my couch. But the couch is a dark couch, so there is 0 chance, I think, of ever seeing any of them if they're on that. I just want to go, like, look around and know. So, Enhanced Entropy is nice. The bonus Abyss Radius is something we will like later on. But again, I like Miasma Chains, and we're going to use Miasma Chains all the way through. So we'll probably look at going Miasma Chains into Abyss, into Enhanced Entropy as our kind of, like, playthrough style for it.
Gonna go back to watching on YouTube. Have a great stream.
Thanks, Neo, for coming over and dropping your Twitch Prime sub. Get your house to 131 Fahrenheit and that kills them. But you need heaters in every single room because they'll move to another room. Can't you just watch for them to migrate? Lay down something white before sitting down. Oh, that's a smart idea. Then see if anything crawls on it, I guess.
Moo.
Thanks, Sajum. Appreciate that. No, mercenary. That's right, he did his best. That's not gonna happen, Ron. Jesus. Oh, jeez, dirt. Okay, so we'll come over here. We'll look for Battle Maid Serena in the Cursed Bazaar. She's in the temple facing the bottom left. Looks like we have a double boss group here. And of course down here we get Lamb Essence Tome. And let's see what we get. Perfect. Nice and easy. Oh my god, binary. Stop. You can pay $50 to have an exterminator remove all your bed bugs. I'm pretty sure it costs like $500 to treat them. Look for reflections and shadows with a bright light. And again, a dark couch probably doesn't work very well though. You paid $3,100 to heat the entire house? Oh my god. We're so screwed. I'm gonna invoice my parents. Bringing bed bugs over. Alright, miasma chains and more vitality. $3,100. We just have bed bugs. They just live with us now. This is also their house.
Open wide the more, that I might step inside.
Why not repair gloves? You're right. Throw them in the trash. And all this is still on Player's 8, by the way. This is another one of those classes and builds that has the capability to really continue on P8 and just kind of power up some levels. So you can definitely take advantage of that. Okay, we'll go down to players 1. And just cast your chains. Murder. Absolute murder. We'll go ahead and really quickly make a little space. 9 attack rating, no. Golem, no. That was actually kind of nice, but it's only a light belt, so no. 4 to attack rating, no. Better than nothing gloves for now. We'll replace those soon enough. We'll also talk to Mashif. Go turn in the golden bird. Yeah, chains are so good against bosses. Get our potion. Turn in a book as well. Put these over here. I'm actually going to start using rejuves in my second slot before Act 4 because I don't have great rejuve or like fire res and stuff, and heading into Act 4 that's a little risky. I may also just grab the Row rune that I have and put it in my helm.
Good to see you.
And just make... Yeah, you know what? Why not? We'll just make a 60 fire res helm, and now we have amazing fire res for hell. Or for Act 4, sorry.
What do you need?
Nothing on this book I super care about. Added magic damage is irrelevant because it doesn't add to our spells. Grab some more potions. And again, this is hardcore, so you can do things like this. I mean, you can do it in softcore too, but like, hey, I want to stay alive. Let's do that.
Impossible.
Shopping for boots or gloves or things with fast run lock right now is kind of like whatever. It's something that I like to do a little bit later on. Just kind of hard to shop for anything super meaningful at this point. But Act 1 and 2 of Nightmare is where you'll really start hitting some nice shops. Well, we're just on players 1 right now because we do want to kill Isual. Though honestly, again with how strong this build is, we probably could be on P8. If you get souls here, it's not a big deal. Normal souls don't do a lot of damage. When you're in Nightmare, they start to do a little more. And when you're in Hell, then you really need to make sure you have your resistances and everything right. But through normal, Ooh, drag racing. Yeah, you know, like the patch notes. Like I say, I don't think the items they picked were particularly interesting that much. Like the mantle change is kind of fun. Maybe the ward change a little bit. Yeah, there's a couple like small things. But the fact that they're changing items is cool. So it does make me hopeful for future items.
Impossible.
Okay, let's find the waypoint. Go get our plus skills. We can also go to Radament for another plus skill because, you know me, I always forget to go to Radament. Am I feeling itchy? Yeah, you know, when you start thinking about it, then you just start thinking every itch is it, and it's awful. Okay, so we put that point there, and we'll go ahead and put another point into enhance entropy. I do like the abyss radius. Just in my head now. My whole body itches everywhere at the moment.
I can't.
Because it's all in my head.
I can't.
Not in the right part of the act for itchies. It is all in your head. It's true. There's no itchies in the sewers. Let me see if this actually will take us there. Okay, cool.
Impossible.
You're feeling itchy too? My parents weren't even at your house. See? They're spreading it by word now.
I can't.
It is an honor to serve you.
7 to life belt is a little bit better. Sure. Okay. And let's continue. We'll go another point enhanced entropy. Maybe, Craig. See what we get here from Hephaesto. Amrune or Thulrun would be great, just for a spirit. If not, that's fine. Also, the gems can actually be pretty useful. A lot of times you can use them for some crafting, or they can be helpful for maybe making like a prismatic amulet later on. Tier rune, so yeah, nothing too great with the runes, but we did snag a flawless ruby and a flawless topaz. Perfect skull for some cash. And I'm just going to go to Player's 8 again, actually. Now that we're kind of done with all the boss dudes there. Go ahead and just grab the experience. And go back. But yeah, feels nice. And if you like killing everything, this is a great class for you because you can kill almost every single monster since there's not really magic immunes, and then you just get tons of experience. You'll be super over leveled if you're killing all the stuff. Telly does not break the chain, only if you teleport out of the range of the like chain. Or if you tally and there's a collision with an object or something, right? I mean, I wasn't doing like all sorts of godly characters for these hardcore guided playthroughs. And we'll have more characters that are varying types, but Throw Barb isn't that good. Martial Arts Assassin's okay. You know, it wasn't always the top. So this is where, again, we'll go more to the miasma chains. And here we can just like build up the chains and then just drag them onto them. And they're just gonna get slaughtered. Player's 8, by the way. More vitality. It's a very good build. One of my favorite builds for the class. It's great through hell as well. Yeah, it's just great all around. Ended up being my best drops from the OK runs. If you go to the end of the video, you can see we found a 29 life fire skiller, a Vex rune, and did we find an Ohm rune maybe? No, we found 2 gold runes. So, yeah, it was like okay. It wasn't a great 1,000 runs, but not bad for 6 hours or whatever. I rage quit trying to do your Zell Paladin playthrough. I got to Nightmare Chaos Sanctuary no matter what. I couldn't get past it. Even switched to Fnatic Seal, just couldn't finish it. It can be tough, yeah. I will say I probably make things look a little bit easier than they are as well.
Not enough mana.
Okay, and here we'll go players 1 and watch Diablo right here. This is kind of funny. Goodbye. Having the time to set all the chains up, so so nice. Nice, Logan. GG. Okay, we'll put away some of our goodies. And, nah, Chaylin, you can stay dead. You're fine. Bunny.
This is all hell, Ignition.
We'll go players 8.
Let us begin.
Keep going.
Not even death can save you from me. Instantly dies.
So unfortunate. Such a cool tagline, too. Thanks, Logan.
I can't.
Now I'm level 28. If you are not level 25 yet, you want to go back to like the Flare Jungle and farm a little bit. Otherwise, your experience is just going to be pretty nothing in Act 5. Just the way that it works. So go get level 25 before you come here. But then once you come here, you can kind of decide how you wish to level up, if you wish to level up. So one thing that you can do is you can just spend some time doing like Eldritch runs. Always one of the easiest, best places to level. Run out, set some chains, drag them in, and enjoy. You can also just move forward. This class is pretty strong. A lot of times on a class where you need a little more help, you need some of those levels a little bit more. That tends to be a good idea. On this class, you kind of have the strength that you can move forward, and we're going to need to spend a little bit of time in Nightmare Countess because we want to get the Am rune. So, ooh, a soul rune. Yes, please.
Power music. A demonic
So we'll actually head back here. I'm going to go to Act 1. And look for a 2-socket cap. Not a mechanics. Just 2-socket gray. And bye-bye fire res. Hello to Lorehelm. +1 all skills. Really nice. We can also keep this fire res in the event that we need some fire resistances later on. Now we can come out here. We can do the favorite thing. Best, easiest leveling every time. You just come out here. You can kill. You can X out. You can repeat. And you can just do this as much as you would like. What I say is the most difficult class to play through hardcore SSF? Sheesh. I don't even know. It's hard for me to say because I feel so comfortable with like all the classes and stuff. Hey, one to miasma chains. Nice. That's actually pretty sweet. So yeah, you can do this as much as you want. You can level up to like your mid-30s here. Definitely like melee classes can be a little bit harder, having to be in range, like a weak melee class. But every class has, you know, at least a couple builds that aren't too bad for it. Yeah, patch notes are up on YouTube. We'll come over here. We will save the barbarians. Move forward. I found any GGs on the hardcore runs. I found a Mal rune from a Nightmare Terror Zone for one of them. And trying to think what else. Found what, like a Viper Magi on one, I think. You know, we found some like decent things. I found a +3 elemental druid amulet on the hardcore druid. That was pretty GG for that run. But we haven't found like a Mang Songs or a Tyraels or a Hyrule or anything yet. Whirlwind Barb's probably the riskiest. I mean, you just have to be smart with your whirlwinds and then it's not too bad. If you just like whirlwind far across the screen through a pack of mobs, you're pretty dead. But if you just do short whirlwinds on the outsides, you can usually be pretty fine. You saw me sell the +2 Amy, you were confused. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. When we redo Hardcore Barb, I want to see Singer again. Oh, yeah, I think we'll do Singer. We did Throw Barb, which was definitely not the easiest character, but, you know, I wanted to have some fun. But I haven't done a Singer in a while, and Singer's actually a pretty solid hardcore character. Trapson's also very fun and probably the safest, I would say. What is going on with this map?
Moo.
Thank you, Monk. Okay, so this is just going to be that. Oh, so the exit really is all the way over there. Interesting. I'm just going to grab the waypoint over here. I'm guessing it's like right here. Have I died in any runs yet? Knock on wood, not yet. Oh, not even going to be there for the waypoint. We are 6 for 6 so far in surviving on all the hardcore guided playthroughs. And like I say, there will be one run where it happens. There's just going to be a time. You jump in, you get cursed by some other mob, or you're already cursed. There's an extra strong fanaticism, you know, extra fast Deathlord pack with another mob next to it that has Might Aura as well or something, or fanaticism, you know, whatever. Like, it's just going to happen. And yeah, it could totally be the sorceress. Sorceress is last class, and she's actually one of the harder classes because she's very fragile, and you are generally going to be teleporting around a little more. So you're going to be in a little bit riskier like situations with it. Okay, so we'll go Frozen River. Speak of the devil. Really like the AoE 2 arc. Did you play any of the other AoE series? No, I just played the AoE 2. That's all that I've played. Ooh, we have Abyss now. So Miasma Chains is still going to be our main guy. Abyss level 1 is actually kind of meh. But once you get Abyss up with many levels, it really starts to perform. And it does have a nice AoE on it, or a nice crowd control on it to pull things in, which can also be very helpful for survivability. So if you need to get things off of you for a little bit or something, you can cast it. Ouch. That hit hurt. We'll go more Vitality, and we'll go... Let's just keep going Miasma Chains. We're almost maxed on it. Yeah, we got double popped by that. Okay. Go save Anya. Get 10 all res. Pretty much requirement for any character. Get some potions. And let's keep going. We do the Zeal Paladin. It's 3 years old. I mean, I think many of them are 3 years old. But yeah, we could definitely refresh. You know, I think the goal is to refresh and do all of them through on hardcore. Just as a fun, different series. I'm having a nice time playing hardcore, and feels good to, you know, beat hardcore. It's a little extra. There. A little extra feel nice. Plus, hopefully it shuts up all the haters eventually. All the, you couldn't do this on hardcore people. At least those ones will be like, okay, he did beat the game with every single class and build hardcore, so I guess he could. They'll hate me for something else. You have a lisp. You sound stupid. You play video games all day. You ruined the game. But at least they'll shut up about hardcore.
You will never silence me.
Oh, I wish. Thank you, Binary. Oh, what is that? Interesting tile. If life is a game of inches, you'd be winning. Hey, if life was a game of 3 inches, I would be the king. Talking about 3 inches for the finger strike. Like a 5-finger death punch. That's right. Okay, for ancients, especially normal, it ain't gonna matter. You're gonna massacre them.
Moo.
Got an ad break jump scare, which kindly let me know my Prime sub had run out a few minutes ago.
Thanks, Conduit. Jesus. Jump scare ad breaks. Is it that Don't Watch This Alone movie? I hate those. Whenever that's on, I'm like, this isn't AoE 2. It is not. It is not the Age of Empires. Cavalry archers got me all sad, man. Sterlino. I think I'm gonna play in like a show match at some point here soon. Have some fun. So we'll play it a little bit more. Yeah, okay. We'll go up to P8 for down here, because it's decent experience, actually. What's the scariest area for this class on hardcore? I mean, Deathlords can be scary. Okay, we ended up maxing that out. Let's start putting points into Abyss. If you want to get the waypoint here as well for more farming, you can. I don't think it's crazy necessary. Again, I feel pretty good on this class to just move forward, but will I do a collab with some AoE 2 YouTuber? I mean, I played the tournament with, you know, some of them and stuff. Did a little bit.
Thoughts new support class that can hire 2 mercs.
It's an interesting idea. I just don't think, you know, a new class is really in the works at all, but just need more res for... Yeah, I mean, like, dolls are probably the scariest because a lot of times I'm running around with these chains and they're going to blow stuff up. So if dolls, like, jump in the middle, they could blow up on me. So I just say dolls as a unit are scariest, and then the areas that have dolls. But, you know, just kind of your standard areas as well, right? Plains of Despair and whatever, you know, Great Marsh. Souls, dolls areas. Kill everything here. Death Lords. We'll go ahead and grab our runes. Sell some stuff. 3 to Rancor. Hex Siphon. Ooh, it does have Hex Siphon. Okay, I think we'll use that. Flame Wave and Blade Warp. Rancor Purge Deathmark. And put the runes away. Go repair. Let's actually put points in strength because I want to start working up towards strength for a spirit. Also, I didn't mention it for Act 5. I really should have, but we definitely want to find a white broadsword, longsword, or maybe crystal sword. We can go do cows after this to really get it because this will be a great cow killer. So we can look around for some bases in the cows. But you want one of those to get so you can 4-socket it, large it, quest it, and get yourself what I just said, a spirit base. The waves are actually pretty nice for leveling because you do get to just lay down a bunch of chains and then just like run it over everything. So definitely one of the stronger. This is one of the like strong areas for this. We'll go more Abyss. We'll go more strength. Again, 43 strength for a crystal sword, 48 for a broadsword, 55 strength, and 39 dex for a longsword. Another point Abyss. We'll just go Vitality for now, because we don't know what we want to do exactly with that. And just line them up, man. Unique broadsword. Not quite what we want. Line them up, knock them dead. GG. Those are actually really nice. It's unfortunate that they're 70 strength because 30 fast run walk is 16 fire res and magic find I would use through the end of the game easily. We'll hold them in case we get something that gives a lot of strength. Hey, look, a lot of strength. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Pretty simple. Level 35, almost 36. So similar to the druid, we are pretty well leveled through here. You can do a little bit more leveling if you so choose. You can always go do terror zones. You could do more of the wave, bale waves if you want. We're gonna go do cows and look for a base really fast. I should have saved them before, but whatever. That's nice, chicken. Oh, wait. Wrong way. So let's just go do cows. And again, just look for a broadsword, a crystal sword, or a long sword in the cows. It's guaranteed to get 4 sockets. Also, I believe a partisan will also be guaranteed 4 sockets if we find it in the cows. A bill would also be guaranteed 4 sockets. So a lot of options.
Impossible.
You know, Bill. Everybody knows Bill. He's got a truck.
Impossible.
Come help you out if you need to move something. Seattle Bill. There you go. There's Bill.
Impossible.
Kevin? No. Kevin is the mechanic.
Such an old
Tree of Benefice.
pity its fruits are just this scroll.
And do all of our fun little stuff here. I thought it's always max sockets with Larzik. It is max sockets based on the item's level. So for instance, a crystal sword that's eye level 10 has a max sockets of 3. A crystal sword that's an eye level 30 has a max sockets of 4. A crystal sword that's an eye level of 50 has a max sockets of 6. So you can take a crystal sword and based on its eye level, it can get 3 different results from Larzik. So we'll go get the leg. Save Mr. Kane.
Go to the rogues' camp now.
And we'll kill some cows, because why not? It's a fun time. Xbox doesn't show item level. Nowhere shows item level. Item level is not a visible thing. Alright, we'll go more FCR. If you're ever wondering what the FCR breakpoints are on any of the characters, well, have I got a treat for you. You just go to any of the builds on Icy Veins,
Moo.
scroll down, faster cast rate breakpoints, and there they are. So 9, 18, 30, 48, 75, 125. So that puts us now at, let's see what that would shift us to. 55. So we're now on the 48 breakpoint by using these 2 FCR rings. So fun little way that you can know, oh, I've sped it up a little bit. Okay. Wow, we're right on the king too. Studded leathers. Okay. So...
ChatGPT told me different FCR numbers.
Well, yeah, don't listen to it. 30 to life, 18 all res is actually pretty useful and something we could consider using a little bit later on. But our main purpose being out here is going to be looking for a spirit base and potentially looking for an insight base if we want to make an insight for a mercenary. Our mercenary will probably die out here. Cows they do pretty good damage, so we will need to be a little bit careful. But I'm just looking for any, and also runes can be nice. You can find soul rune, you can find am rune, thol rune, all those out here, shell rune and stuff. There's a long sword. If it's already socketed, it can't be 4 sockets. But if it was ethereal, that'd be nice because then it gets minus requirements. And we're not swinging with it, so dang it. Some flawless gems are nice because one of every perfect gem minus perfect skulls. There's another broadsword, maybe ethereal this time. One of every perfect gem will be and an amulet crafted. We'll get us a prismatic amulet, which can get us, you know, 15, 20 all res, whatever. So, this be really nice. Crystal Sword is definitely my favorite here. And, oh wait, we have Hex Siphon. Need to remember to use that. And so Crystal Sword's our favorite, Long Sword's our least favorite, but I will take whatever base we are given.
I am overburdened.
Ground shield, nothing yet. There's a Thal rune, perfect. Part of the way towards the spirit. There we go, mercenary dies, and it's actually okay that the mercenary dies because he kind of gets in the way.
It's locked.
A lot of what you want to be doing is dragging mobs with magic into your chains, and when there's the mercenary, he stops them and kind of freezes them in place. So the mercenary's a little bit worse on this character than for other characters. Go ahead and put on the basics of our filter, and let's put on the Nightmare Hell version as well. This will just reduce a lot of the basic clutter. Ooh, 19 fire res is nice. Hey, an ethereal broadsword, perfect. Okay, so we have the base we need now. Will we accept two-handed swords? No, because especially hardcore here, we want to survive. You could use a two-handed sword, but then you're not going to get to use your Ancient's Pledge, or you're not going to get to use your Rhyme, or whatever, and so... I mean, that is a pretty accurate description, I'll give it that. Why we need that description exactly is beyond me, but... Sure. Okay. So you can always just pop the things, but... That's pretty good. We'll go talk to Anya. I'll get rid of that. More 10 FCR rings. So many 10 FCR rings. Oh my god, what? They keep dropping. Added cold damage, dexterity. Okay. Rhyme does go in books. So you can make a rhyme if you find a nice book. We also... I'm not going to use the socket quest yet on this. And the main reason being I could find a 4 open socket in Nightmare. And if I do that, then why waste the socket quest? So if I find it before the Amryn, then we're good. We'll check here. All res 9. So a little bit of survivability over one summon or miasma chain. I think that's worth it.
Good morning.
And we're ready for Nightmares. Let's do a final wrap up of our character. We have enough for our gear, and then rest into vitality, and then we're literally just maxing down this line right here. Just straight down the right side is all that we're really aiming for. So maxed out miasma chains, starting to max abyss, couple points in entropy, and then the early points in miasma bolt. And that's just kind of our damage and everything. It's very strong. For our gear, we found a Hex Siphon dagger, which is nice. Again, I could maybe consider putting a point in Hex Siphon a little bit later on, but I'm pretty happy to just have it from a dagger and just like kind of pre-buff with it or something if I want. We have a lore helm. We found a soul rune early. 10 FCR, 10 FCR, 10 FCR to get us to the 55 breakpoint. We don't need to be on the 55 breakpoint. I could also swap out like 2 of these, be on the 30 breakpoint, and then have some nicer stuff. So if I find a better Ami and ring, I'll probably end up doing that. Also, when we get Spirit Sword, then, you know, whatever. The 75 breakpoint's fine. And, you know, we can see what we want to do. We just got this for 9 all res. These gloves will break eventually, and I don't have boots yet. And just a couple res charms, which I like, and a little life charm. So, not bad gear. Definitely a little room, but, you know, it's something. So, anyways, that's part normal. Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. I'll see you guys in part nightmare. Peace.